was at dinner with my mom and she stared at me the whole time and she found out about the boy that proposed to me and I think she found out about the love letters. Anyways, what are you doing this weekend? Someone asked me out and he asked me to an expensive restaurant. It's called McDonald's. It's super fancy and high-end. Where can I buy a wedding dress for the date? The guy has red curly hair and a red nose. I think he might be Ronald McDonald, which is like totally famous. Anyways, I'm going to get a wedding dress from Delarama. Do you want to be a bridesmaid? Anyways, so like what are you doing over the weekend?
Oh, not much. I was just going to hang out with my friends at.
OMG, when I was in music class earlier today, this guy was totally staring at me. We held eye contact for at least 3 seconds. His eyes were so piercing and they saw into my soul, like a cow's soulful eyes. I think he loves me, but I don't know how to tell him that I don't feel the same way. He's going to be so heartbroken and never get over me. I told Santa that he was staring at me, but he said no. ME-gan, no one wants to stare at you. I think Santa is my geography teacher. And I said yes. He was staring at me and I was scared. Santa was like, ME-gan, go sit down and play your kazoo, so I did and it was great. But then my kazooing attracted more attention from a bunch of non-females and I think they all fell in love with me. So I went up to Santa and I said that I was irresistible and that everyone was making me uncomfortable since they were in love with me, and he said, you make me uncomfortable, ME-gan, now get out of my office and play the kazoo. So I did again and it was great. A lot of guys told me they like me, but I can't date any of them because my mom said I am not allowed to. She said that I wouldn't get my allowance of $2,000 a month plus a mansion and a car. I think my mom is crazy because I am smart. I said I play the kazoo, mom, and then she slapped me and told me to go live in our other house. So Polly, do you have any weekend plans?
Oh, not much. I was just going to hang out with my friends at.
Oh, me too. Me and my friends go to the mall all the time. My best friends are so cool and we do everything together. You wouldn't know them, they're in my English class. One time I was at the mall with my grandma and we saw this worker offering food and
I thought you said you were at the mall with your friends.
He gave me the food and I was like, whoa, you don't even know my name yet, and said that I didn't like him in that way, and then he was so sad he cried. He cried so much that he asked me to marry him and I said yes, and my grandma said no, so then I said no and then he cried again. That reminds me of when this guy in my English class asked me to McDonald's and
You already told me about your date at McDonald's.
This is another guy in my English class that fell in love with me. He said,
wait, another person in your English class likes you?
I know, right? It's so weird. I told this guy in my English class that I didn't want to go to McDonald's with him and then he cried, and now I need advice on what to do since you have so much experience with being a letdown.
Wow, I never.
That reminds me, I never responded to that guy in my English class that sent me love letters. I think he's still devastated from when I told him I totally didn't want to date him and then he cried and ran away. Speaking of running, you look a bit pregnant today. Maybe you should be not pregnant looking?
That's great, ME-gan. I'm gonna go.
Do you have any lunch plans?
Oh, I don't know.
Why don't you know? Did I tell you about the boy in my English class? He told me to drink from the chalice and ascend with him. IDK, what to say?
Do you like him?
No.
So just say no.
But I wanna drink from that fancy cup. I have a bunch of them at home that are better since my mom likes collecting cups. One time she spent a bunch of money on a new cup for her collection that she forgot about my birthday.
Is there poison in the chalice?
Oh yeah. I wanted to try it since I always drink poison so much that I'm immune. My mom says it adds extra flavor to my food, but she's allergic to it or something, so she never eats it.
Then drink it. Why wait for him? Do it now. Do it, ME-gan.
Oh, that reminds me of when my kazoo teacher told me that I was so good at kazooing and that she thinks I am a good person since I am so good and have so many kazoo awards. Do you have Aunt Kazoo awards? I have so many.
ME-gan, I have to go.
Oh, I have to go now too. I have a date at McDonald's with this other boy in my English class. He was totally staring at me in band and I think we are soulmates.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay, bye. Wait, did I tell you about the boy in my English class?
I'ma come back like a boomerang.
OMG, Jojo, you'll never guess what happened to me in English class.